I don't read my P&L. If your first reaction was to cringe a little bit because same, and you're a business owner, then this video's for you. I'm going to teach you how to read your P&L with just last year's P&L report, 4 colored highlighters, and a pen without going on QuickBooks or learning accounting. My name is Heather Boehm. I am a certified business coach, and I turn job owners into business owners by making it make sense. So here we go. Let's just do it. I'm going to do this all in one take because I just cannot with editing. So grab out your P&L, and I want you to start with the green highlighter. Green highlighter, I want you to go through, highlight your gross income. So basically any income that came into your business without being taxed yet, green highlighter. This is the number you tell people when you want to sound impressive about your business. I made $1 million last year in my business. We're going to talk about that later, but green highlighter is a happy color. So green highlighter first. Next up, you're going to take your orange highlighter and you are going to highlight the number that is your gross income minus your cost of goods sold. So cost of goods sold are going to be anything that is your materials or subcontracted labor. This is your net income, also sometimes written as gross profit income, but the way I like to hear it called is real income, because this is the income you actually have after you've paid the subcontractors, you paid for the materials that you have to actually run your business, hire people, do all the other stuff that is required when you're running a business, right? So orange highlighter. Next is your pink highlighter. Pink highlighter is for fixed expenses. Fixed expenses are those expenses that aren't going to fluctuate up and down with the amount of business that you do. So fixed expenses are things like your lease payment, if it's not tied to your revenue. It's going to be your internet bill, probably your insurance premium. That sucker ideally doesn't go up and down. Those things that every month or in one lump sum, they're going to be the same and you can budget for them. Fixed expense. Now real quick, because I already know you're going to ask, payroll, is it fixed or is it variable? If it is a salaried position that no matter how much money you make, you're going to have to pay that employee the same amount, pink highlighter. If not, we're going to highlight it yellow. Yellow is for variable expenses. Variable expenses are the ones that go up and down depending on how much money you bring into the business. A great example of variable expenses is credit card processing. If a lot of people pay you with credit cards, you sell $1 million in product, just people paying you in credit cards, your credit processing fees are going to be high that month. But if you have a month where you don't sell anything, you do not run any credit cards, you probably won't pay any credit card processing fee. So those are variable expenses. And a good way to know is ask yourself, if I made $1 million or $100,000, would I pay the same price for this line item? If the answer is yes, pink highlighter. If the answer is no, I paid $1 million, so my overtime was crazy, yellow highlighter, right? All right, so as you go through this, the idea is not to try to glean insight. It's just to highlight. The easiest thing in the world, right? It's coloring, but for business owners. But you're going to start trying to find insight because there's going to be some questions. There's 2 big questions that usually come up when we do this exercise. Number 1, what is in that category, right? Like you see uniforms and you know what uniforms are, but you have 2 employees and you sure as heck don't buy their uniforms. What is in that category? All I want you to do not try to dig into it yet. Take your pen, put a circle next to it, okay? That's all you're gonna do for now. Circle, move on. The other question is, what is this category? What is legal fee subsidy? I don't even know what that means, okay? We all have that moment. It's okay. It doesn't mean your bookkeeper's trying to scam you. They probably are not quite sure where to put something, so they made up a line item for it. It's not a big deal, but we do need to know what that is. So those categories where you're just like, what the heck is this? Star next to it, and then keep moving. Do not try to do insight while you're in it. That's just overwhelming. We're just highlighting circles and stars, highlighting and circles and stars. So then you get done and you have a very beautiful highlighted document in front of you. And at that point, it's like, what do I do now? You're gonna go down the line and you're gonna find everything with a circle or a star next to it, and you are going to email your bookkeeper. Don't do it yourself. Go email them, ask them, can I have a line itemed expense report of each of these transactions for the last 12 months? They should know because they made this P&L out of it, right? And if you're one of those people who's like, oh, Heather, I'm gonna have to go look on QuickBooks because I do my own books. So like, you lied at first. That is a different conversation, my friends. Unfortunately, you're gonna have to go into QuickBooks, and it's probably gonna take you a lot longer than 5 minutes to do this. I mean, it's gonna take everybody longer than 5 minutes when they actually go through it, but I said I was gonna teach you in 5 minutes, not actually do it in 5 minutes. But yeah, if you're doing your own books, obviously you'll have to go into QuickBooks. My big question to you is that the best use of your time? Me personally, don't like doing it. Immediately delegated that one out to a bookkeeper, and it's generally what I recommend to my clients as well. Bookkeepers are worth their weight in gold. Let's use them because they're one of the cheapest business expenses that exist. So this is not an ad for bookkeepers. I'm a business coach, but if you're gonna spend money on one thing, it should be a bookkeeper. Bookkeepers love me. So that's it. Technically, this was less than 5 minutes without the bookkeeper but if you want a longer, more long form explanation with visuals and me not talking at the speed of light, head on over to my YouTube, which link should be in the description here, to check it out. And if you want to like, subscribe, and follow me, gosh, please do, because this is cringy and I'd like some validation for it, right? I'm running a business here. Give me something to work with. All right, thanks guys.